Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your man Muhammad Kamar, and welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is, man. In this video, I got a little bit of a different setup for you guys because I'm actually traveling. I'm on the road. I'm in Egypt right now. But like I promised, I said I was going to drop a video talking about, my personal strategy that I use concerning the iOS 14 updates, which is honestly nothing to worry about, okay? It's just a little bit of a hiccup in Facebook's part just because a lot of the data tracking and the reporting on your side is going to be a little bit hard, but it doesn't really affect the effectiveness of your ads if you're doing everything that I'm about to list out, okay? There's 5 main things that I want you to keep in mind, and let's just list them out right now, okay? But just to give you a general explanation of what's going on, Apple has recently updated their terms of service and with their partners, and basically made it a requirement that whatever apps that they use and people use on their phones, they will have to actually, they have an option to opt out of being tracked, and that includes Facebook. So it might affect your Facebook ads when it comes to retargeting, when it comes to really tracking where the sale actually came from, the type of details of the person who made the sale. So one of the things I really noticed is that a lot of my reporting when it comes to looking at my data has been a little bit inaccurate. Like if I was to break down my data by which gender is giving me the most purchases, Facebook would usually have 2 categories of male and female, but now it has category of male, female, and uncategorized. So that's usually what you're gonna start seeing, is just some inaccuracies and a fall off when it comes to reporting. But don't worry, because Facebook has never been the best at really tracking every piece of data that comes through, right? So there's usually like an 85% fall off, and only like 85% of the data that you're gonna be gathering is actually going to be reported and be accurate. There's always a little bit of a fall off, so it's never been 100%. Don't take my word for it. I actually called a Facebook advertising rep, and I got on the phone with him and really pressed him on this question: what does iOS 14 updates look like, and how is it going to impact Facebook advertising? And this was his response.
But with the changes that iOS has forced on us, it's better to redo the lookalikes and redo any other audiences.
Okay, sounds good.
But especially lookalikes.
All right.
So I'll send you that for conversion API CAPI, as we call it internally, or Shopify, which, like to say, Shopify is actually easy to install. We do want to have events set up, and Shopify luckily makes it easy to do events also. In fact, a lot of events are automatic now.
Yes, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so basically what he was saying is part of what I'm about to list out right now. There's 5 main things that you really need to pay attention to when it comes to the conversion events. First things first is you want to make sure that your conversion events are properly set up. You can do this easily by going into your Facebook Ads Manager account and then go into the Events tab. What this is going to do is let you see firsthand, how many pixel fires are you getting, if there's any diagnoses that you have to pay attention to, if your pixel data is actually being tracked properly, and you could go ahead and view that in the Events Managers tab. If you don't have a purchase event enabled, it'll be a good idea to lower the price of your product so you can initially get some sales, or go and purchase the product yourself so you can kind of trigger the Facebook pixels so that it knows that this pixel is actually working and it's gonna get the correct amount of data going forward, right? So just make sure everything is working properly by going to your conversion events in Facebook ads. The second thing you want to do is recreate your lookalike audiences. Like the marketer said, my man Michael, who was just on the phone, you're gonna see a very big fall off in performance from your lookalikes. So all I would do is just write a list of all the lookalikes that you've had, delete them, and then recreate the same lookalikes, and then update those audiences so that it's new, it's fresh, and it's ready to go. Nothing to worry about there. Third thing you want to do is do the same thing for your retargeting audiences, okay? So for those custom audiences, recreate them, one, but then also shorten the time frame, okay? I used to tell students, hey, look back up to 30 days and retarget people 30 days that's previously added to cart. But in this case, since there can be a wider range of fall off in your data, you want to shorten that time frame to about 14 days. So I will only advertise to, in my retargeting audiences, only 14 days looking back instead of 30 days. The fourth thing you want to do is you want to go to the Shopify App Store and you want to install this app called Pixels, multiple pixels. I think it's by Omega, and this is an app that is going to install some extra code on your website. It can basically help Facebook track even more accurately than before. What it does is it adds a little bit of code to your website, so when a user lands on a certain product or a certain page, I think they call it like a webhook. I'm not a coder, okay? You don't need to understand how it works. You just need to understand that it does work, okay? So what it will do is it'll improve the accuracy of the data coming into your store. It'll improve the accuracy of the data going into your Facebook Ads Manager, and it'll be able to track the same user over multiple devices and multiple platforms or sources. So like, for example, if they initially came to your website from a mobile phone, they was about to go to checkout, and then they go and decide to finish the checkout in their desktop at home. But right before they check out, they forget their wallet, and then they gotta go cook for the kids. So they forget about you for a minute, and then a day later they see an email from your retargeting campaigns right back on their phone again, and then they go check out. It'll still be able to track that instead of losing them and falling off, and that's what causes the inaccuracies in Facebook ads. Yeah, it's called Omega Multi Facebook Pixels. Install that. It's going to improve the accuracy of the data going into your store, and that should solve the problem. And then the fifth thing that I'm going to mention here is to don't sleep on your Shopify analytics, okay? Make sure that in this time of uncertainty, we don't really know what's happening with Facebook ads right now. It's not a game changer. It's just you got to look at your data differently. So don't sleep on the Shopify analytics tab in your actual Shopify store, because that actually shows you raw data. It's going to show you where your traffic is coming from. It's going to show you the amount of sales that you're getting from each traffic source if you're advertising on multiple platforms like myself. It's going to show, even more data of like your conversion rates and which products are being sold the most and where the users first landed or where they first came from. Okay, a very important thing to do is if you're getting less than 25 sales a day, it doesn't hurt to just go into each individual order and then see where these orders are coming from and how long the user has been looking at your website. It'll usually tell you right away. It will say, okay, this person placed their first order on your store and their first visit was from Instagram, or it will say they had a couple visits and they finally made a purchase after a few days. Okay, so you can still get an understanding of your customers, your target customer, and be a better marketer just by using your Shopify analytics tab. Just stay tuned. I'll drop another video about this topic in the future, and I'll give you a more in-detailed look at things, just because it's really uncertain to say what's gonna work or what's not gonna work. Okay, so we have to kind of just do these core 5 things and see how things go. Keep advertising. If you have a winning product, this is not going to change anything, okay? A winning product is a winning product. Whether Apple decides to make an update that's going to change how Facebook navigates things, it's not going to change the fact that your product is a winner, okay? So don't blame the iOS 14 updates, okay? Just go ahead and continue to stick to those core principles, and you should be just fine, okay? In the next video, I want to talk about something really exciting, which is TikTok ads, okay? I've been running TikTok campaigns, low-key in the background, and they're actually very, very profitable and very scalable. That's the signs that I'm getting right now. It's only been about a week since I've been doing that, so I'll address that in the next video. We'll dive into the dashboard. I'll show you the raw numbers, show you the sales, and my goal is to scale TikTok to actually $1,000 per day. Okay, so subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what videos you want to see next, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. In the meantime, check out this video right here, and you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Muhammad Kamar. I'm gone.